Hi everyone, welcome back to Graceful Living. I have two things to share with you today. One is a really quick grocery haul and the other is a super easy recipe that I know you're going to love. Now, if you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe and join my channel, but right now let's get straight into the video. Okay, I'm gonna quickly take you through this haul. I did get some bacon for some BLT pizzas. That is one of my husband's favorites. And then I did get a few snack items for the freezer, like the corn dogs, the pizza, the Eggo waffles, and even some crinkle fries, because it just makes it easier if the boys want to run in and just grab something really quickly. I do like getting this cauliflower rice for myself because I do try to stay away from carbs, so I like having that on hand when I'm making a meal that I can't necessarily eat. I love having cream cheese in the fridge at all times because it comes in so handy in so many recipes, from baking to just plain cooking and sauces, so I always have it. Butter is another thing that is a staple in our refrigerator. Again, I love to bake, I love to give it away, and so having that on hand just makes it super easy for me to go into the pantry and into the fridge at any time and get the bacon. Cheese, we needed some American cheese and some cheddar cheese, so I picked up a block of that because we do go ahead and shred our own. The texture is just so much nicer than store-bought. Parmesan cheese, I do keep that in the fridge at all times because, again, it is used in so many different recipes and sauces, so I really like to have that around. Okay, these bacon bits are found in our deli section. Our deli puts it out, and so I buy them every week. They just are another staple in our refrigerator, and I use them again in so many different recipes, so I really like having those on hand. I picked up some more eggs, and I also got some crab salad because I love having that as a snack on shopping day. I also picked up some vanilla yogurt that I use in the morning for smoothies or just yogurt bowls for my husband. I do keep heavy whipping cream in stock at all times for different desserts or sauces, recipes, whatever. I try to keep that in the fridge. Half and half for our coffee. And I did get some beef kielbasa. Our boys really like that in their spaghetti sauce, so I try to have that for them. And some chicken breast. I am probably going to be making some jalapeno popper chicken breast. I think I will be making some fajitas with this. And there's just so much that you can do with chicken breast, so I always get those. Last time I had them, I cut them up into bite-sized pieces and made like a fried chicken, and then made my own barbecue sauce, so they were kind of like a boneless chicken wing. So I really like having chicken breasts. I did get some beef today because I want to make some Mongolian beef later in the week. And produce, I got just kind of a little variety of produce. We have some in the fridge, so I just picked up some extras. I've got onions, avocados, jalapenos for the chicken. I've got some lettuce and coleslaw. We like putting them together just for the added crunch with the coleslaw. Some green onions, bananas. I got a lot of fruit last week, so I wasn't in need of too much this week. Oh, and I always pick up the medley of tomatoes because I just feel like it dresses up your dish. Okay, for my pantry items, let's start with this honey sriracha marinade. I use that quite a bit on different meat dishes, even like the pork roast, ribs, that kind of thing. I did get some taco seasoning, ranch packets, and some filters for our coffee maker, some gum, and some easy pasta sauce. If I don't make my own, I always use Prego. I really like that, and so does my family. A couple bottles of spices and some diced tomatoes. I try to keep those in the pantry because that just makes a super easy salsa and it's really quick, so I like having that on hand. Along with sliced jalapenos, I like keeping these diced jalapenos in the pantry as well because I use them in sauces. I did pick up some refried beans, chili beans, and these croutons. I think they are the best. My family loves malto meal in the morning, so I got a box of that. I did get a cake mix and some pudding to put together to make some cupcakes later this week. I've got some Pop-Tarts for our snack rack. And I love this pineapple coconut water, so I'll pick up a couple of those for me each week. I do try to keep barbecue sauce in the pantry at all times because we use it a lot. We even use it on tacos. I know that sounds weird, but it's delicious. And some sugar, some Hershey's chocolate syrup, some paper plates, and I got some angel hair pasta. My family likes that instead of spaghetti. I also grabbed 2 12-packs of soda, some Coke Zero, and Diet Dr. Pepper for the pantry. And if I do not make my own bread, I go with this Nature Zone perfectly crafted thick slice white bread because it stays so soft, and that's what my family likes. These little potatoes are great to roast in the oven with herbs and spices. My family really enjoys those, so when they're on sale, I grab those up. I did grab the single packages of chips because I just feel, even though they're a little bit more expensive at first, I think they are more cost effective for our family over the long run because we're not leaving open bags of chips in the pantry to go stale. So that's why I picked these up, and that's about it. Okay, so I spent about $170 on that grocery haul. Normally what we do is we spend about $100 a month at Costco and about $25 each week at Target just to get household items and stuff like that. So I hope that you enjoyed that haul. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna head right into the recipe. I know you guys are gonna love it. It's so super easy and it really is delicious. So let's get started. Now, I don't know about you, but I absolutely love a crock pot meal on a busy day. It makes my day run so much smoother. Meal prep is super easy, especially with this recipe. You guys, this is one of my absolute favorite recipes, and what makes it even better is it's so easy to get ready. So, obviously, we're going to start out with chopping up our onion, and I know a lot of you don't like the taste of an onion, or maybe it's even the texture after it's cooked in a meal, but I guarantee you this is going to add a ton of flavor to this dish. So let's go ahead and get this chopped up, and we'll move on to our next step. Now, if you are a meal prepper and you know one of your meals later this week is going to need chopped onion, why not take advantage of your cutting board and onion being out right now and chop that up and get it ready and prepped for your next meal. And obviously now we're on to our beef. We're going to cube this up really quick and get it into the crock pot along with our onions. I'm sure you noticed I'm not adding mushrooms to my dish, and that's because I'm the only one that really enjoys mushrooms in my family, so I stopped adding them in a long time ago. If you want to, go ahead and pick up some sliced mushrooms or whatever mushrooms you enjoy, and I would maybe suggest adding them in an hour into cook time. That should give them plenty of time to cook. If you know different, then go ahead and add them in when you feel is right. A quick tip that I do have, I used to add stew meat to this dish all the time, but in our area it has gotten so pricey. So I really rely on our meat guy to help me out when I need to purchase a different piece of meat than what my recipe calls for. And he's always so willing, and honestly, it makes it so much easier and a lot less expensive. So definitely take advantage of their knowledge. Okay, the next 2 steps to our recipe is adding 2 cups of water and 2 teaspoons of beef bouillon granules. Now that we have everything into the pot, we can go ahead, put the pot into the base and turn that up on high, get our cover on there, and I'm gonna go ahead and take out my trusty little cutting board because I don't want to put a dirty spoon on my counter. I know you guys, it might sound weird, but it makes it so much easier to clean up, and you've got your little station all set up. All right, so now we are about an hour into this recipe being in the crock pot, and you can see it's done a pretty good job already. Obviously, it's not gonna take a long time to cook this beef down because we've cut it into such small cubes. So we'll go ahead, stir that up, put the lid back on, and cook it for about another hour. Now we all know that Stroganoff has a beautiful, rich, and creamy texture, and that's what we're gonna use this Philadelphia cream cheese tub for. We're gonna go ahead and use the entire tub in our dish. We'll let it melt away, and as you can see, it's not thickening the dish. We're gonna need some help with that, and that's where cornstarch comes in. And what I usually do is I use that empty tub so I don't have to dirty another dish. I'm gonna put about a heaping tablespoon of the cornstarch in that tub and then add a little bit of water. Stir that up really good to get it nice and smooth, and then you can start to add it to the crock pot. Now, as you begin to add it, make sure to stir your stroganoff continuously to make sure that your sauce is very creamy and smooth. As you can see, once you start to add in that cornstarch, you can see your sauce thicken up right away. Now, this dish is amazing over egg noodles, but I'll tell you what, my favorite is putting it over rice. I don't know what it is about the two textures, but it is my favorite dish. So I would highly suggest the rice, but you take your pick. I know my family likes the noodles, so I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching and making it to the end. It really does mean the world to me. I am so grateful and overwhelmed by all the love and support that I have been receiving from each and every one of you as I start this journey. If you are new, please know that I upload a new video here every Tuesday. You can also find me over on Instagram at GracefulLiving_, and you can follow me on Pinterest. So I hope that you have a great rest of your week. Be blessed, stay safe, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, bye.